If you've ever tried running Blender on a weak laptop, you know the pain, the lag, the crashes, the endless not responding messages. But here's the truth. You don't need a giant desktop rig to make magic in Blender anymore. In 2025, there are laptops that absolutely shred through sculpting, rendering, and animation like it's nothing. And today, I'm revealing the 6 best laptops for Blender that balance insane power, cooling, and real-world usability. Stick around, because one of these has a next-level cooling trick that basically rewrites what's possible in laptop performance. Before we dive in, quick heads up, every machine here has been tested in heavy 3D scenes, cycles, and EV benchmarks. No fluff, just real power, real performance. And yeah, I'll tell you exactly who each one's best for. Ready? Let's go. The number 1 is the Asus ROG Zephyrus G14. This one's a legend for a reason. It packs AMD's Ryzen 9 7940HS and an RTX 4070 GPU combo. That absolutely destroys Blender's viewport bottlenecks. The QHD plus 165Hz display is crisp, color accurate, and perfect for texture work. And the vapor chamber cooling keeps the performance consistent, even during long animation sessions. All this in a body that's barely 3.6 pounds. When you actually use it, the G14 feels like magic. It opens Blender instantly, handles complex materials smoothly, and stays cooler than you'd expect from something this compact. The battery life is solid too, not all day for renders, but great for modeling on the go. If you're a 3D artist who needs both power and portability, this is your sweet spot. The only real con? Limited I/O ports. But that's easily solved with a dock. The number 2 is the Lenovo Legion 9i. This thing is a monster, and here's the game-changing feature I teased earlier. It's got a built-in liquid cooling system. Yes, actual liquid cooling inside a laptop. Pair that with an Intel Core i9-14900HX and an RTX 4090 GPU, and you're looking at desktop-level performance. Blender runs like it's on rails. Massive particle systems, cloth sums, volumetrics, all buttery smooth. Using the Legion 9i feels unfair. It stays shockingly cool, even when hammering through cycles renders. The 3.2K mini LED screen is bright and color-rich, perfect for shading and compositing. It's not light, around 5.6 pounds, but this isn't a travel laptop. It's a portable workstation for serious creators. If you're chasing raw power and can handle a bit of bulk, this is the undisputed king. The number 3 is the Acer Predator Helios 16. Now, this one's a beast built for pure performance. Intel i9-13900HX, RTX 4080, 240Hz QHD plus display. And that cooling setup? Dual air blade fans plus liquid metal on the CPU. That means you can push it to the limit without throttling. Exactly what Blender needs. During high poly scenes or long renders, real talk, the Helios 16 isn't subtle. It's bold. It's loud. It screams gamer. But when you're knee-deep in sculpting a complex scene, that power makes all the difference. Viewport performance is buttery smooth, and the render times are lightning fast. The downside is the battery. You'll want to stay plugged in. But if you prioritize brute strength over aesthetics, this one's a powerhouse. The number 4 is the HP Omen 17. This is Blender's silent warrior. It doesn't look flashy, but inside, it's a full-on creator machine. With an Intel i9-13900HX and RTX 4080 combo, it pushes through multi-layered geometry and high-res texture work without breaking a sweat. The 17-inch QHD panel gives you tons of workspace, and HP's thermal design actually keeps noise surprisingly low. In use, the Omen 17 feels professional. The keyboard's comfortable, the chassis is sturdy, and the fans don't scream like jet engines. It's heavier than most at nearly 7 pounds, but for artists who work primarily from a studio desk, it's perfect. You get desktop-level power and space to breathe. No overheating, no throttling. Just reliable, sustained performance. The number 5 is the Razer Blade 16. This one's all about precision and premium design. It packs up to an RTX 4090 and an Intel i9-14900HX, but in a sleek CNC aluminum body that looks more like a MacBook than a gaming rig. The dual-mode mini LED display can switch between 4K 120Hz and Full HD to 140Hz, ideal for modeling in detail or previewing smooth animations. Its craftsmanship meets raw power when you're working in Blender. The Blade 16 feels fluid and responsive. The keyboard is tactile, the touchpad is huge, and the display makes every texture pop. The biggest advantage: silence and thermals. Razer finally nailed cooling here. Minimal noise, no palm heat. Downsides: it's pricey and battery life won't wow you. But if you want the perfect mix of performance, portability, and polish, this is it. The number 6 is the MSI Creator Z17HX Studio. This one's built specifically for creatives, not gamers, and it shows. You get an Intel i9-13980HX, RTX 4070 or 4080 GPU, and a gorgeous 17-inch QHD touchscreen. The color accuracy is insane, factory calibrated with 100% DCI-P3 coverage. And it's got a slim, professional design that doesn't scream RGB party in practice. The Z17HX feels purpose-built for Blender. Sculpting with a stylus on the touchscreen is buttery smooth, the thermals are balanced, and it stays stable during those long render queues. It's slightly on the heavier side, but it's the perfect hybrid for professionals who bounce between 3D modeling, video editing, and color work. The only trade-off: price. But if your work pays the bills, it's worth every dollar. Quick question: what's your biggest Blender challenge right now? Rendering time? Scene complexity? Drop it below. I'm genuinely curious to see where most artists struggle. And here's a quick myth buster: more cores don't always mean faster Blender performance. For rendering, GPU power matters way more. But for simulation-heavy projects, like physics or smoke, that CPU horsepower still counts. Balance your specs around your actual workflow. Alright, let's wrap this up with a quick power ranking. If you want the best balance of portability and punch, go Zephyrus G14. If you want ultimate raw performance, Legion 9i all day. If you need thermals and brute force, Helios 16 crushes. For studio reliability, HP Omen 17. For premium design, Razer Blade 16. And for creative versatility, MSI Creator's 17HX Studio takes the win. Before you pull the trigger on any of these, here's one final value bomb. Check from. Seriously, 8 GB is fine for smaller scenes, but 16 GB or more is where you start flying through complex renders. Don't let your GPU limit your imagination. So, what's your pick? Team Powerhouse or Team Portable? Drop your vote in the comments and let's see who dominates. And if this video helped you find your next Blender beast, hit that subscribe button, because next up, I'm breaking down the best external GPS and accessories to supercharge your 3D workflow. You don't want to miss that one.